Hey everyone, I'm Ellen here at etrailer.com. Today we're taking a look at the Pacer Performance High 5 Truck Cab Light Kit. Now this is going to be styled after the 1988 through 2002 Chevy and GMC factory truck roof light kits, or roof lights. The idea here is that these are going to give us the roof lights to add that kind of big rig look to our vehicle, or maybe replace out those lights if something happened to them, they were damaged or broken, or if we just want to switch to the smoke lens that these come with. This is going to help you to get that all black or kind of murdered out look for your truck, which is pretty popular right now. So definitely a cool kit to have on any kind of vehicle. They are a universal fit, so it doesn't have to just be a Chevy or a GMC truck. You can put them on just about anything you want. The kit comes with everything you see laid out here on the table. We'll have our bulbs, the sockets to put into our lights, the wiring. We'll get two pieces there, including a fuse and fuse holder, a switch, the screws to mount the switch, some O-rings to go with our other hardware to mount the lights, and some quick splice connectors to make our electrical connections. So it's a relatively straightforward install process. You may need to do some drilling to put the hardware in for your lights to go in place, so you definitely want to be careful whenever you're doing that. You'll need 2 holes per light and then an additional hole for the wiring to come through. So that's going to be 3 holes per light, total of 15. I have this socket already in place just to show you how it's going to look more or less. So it's going to kind of come through this rubber boot. This is pretty flexible, and these sockets are a little bit flexy as well, so it might be a little tricky to kind of get those in place. You kind of have to just work with it, finagle it, and get that in place, and then it should work out just fine for you. Put one of these bulbs in place so you can see what it looks like illuminated. Now this kit's also available with everything you see here, but it also comes with the LED bulbs instead. I would actually suggest getting that kit since LEDs are going to be a lot more energy efficient and long lasting. They look like this, and they just go in the same way as the incandescent bulbs. They're typically going to be a little bit brighter, and you don't have to worry about changing out that bulb really anytime soon. But that's just me. You still get the incandescent bulbs with the LED kit, so if you need those bulbs for anything else, you can use them. They are a T10 194 style bulb, so just that little wedge bulb inside there. But that's basically what it looks like whenever it's illuminated. Again, this isn't going to be super bright. You're not trying to actually illuminate the night with these. Just give a little bit more of a high awareness for other drivers as you're going down the road, and just give that kind of big rig look on your truck. I'm going to turn the lights out in the studio. You can see how bright that is. So again, not super bright, but enough to alert other drivers that we're coming. Turn this off, unhook my wires, and we can talk more about what's in the kit. So again, quick splice connectors, that's going to help us get our wiring done. This one wire is going to go between all 5 of our lights. So as this comes in, you'll lay one wire down, use your quick splice to connect these 2 together, and go along your merry way to the rest of them. Quick splices are going to do a good job of that. Since this is going to have all its electrical connections on the inside of your truck, you shouldn't have any issues with water ingress, so quick splices are fine. If this connection was going to be made outside the vehicle, I would recommend switching this out with a butt connector, but that's not the case here. You probably won't have to drop the headliner in your truck. You can probably get away with putting everything kind of on the edge towards the front of your truck, just kind of up along your windshield, but it may be required depending on where you mount these up, so just something to keep in mind there. And you also will probably have to drill some holes to get these actually mounted in place. So some things to note with the install as far as that goes. Screws, 1, 2 for each light. Fairly straightforward there. You just want to make sure that you measure really well, get everything lined up and straight before you actually drill any holes, so take your time with that. The switch mounts with these screws here, probably somewhere underneath your dash, somewhere out of the way, but also still reachable without having to stretch for it, so you're not having to reach way over and impede your driving if you want to turn them on the fly. By having that switch, we can eliminate any issues with connecting these into our factory lights, since a lot of times your warranty can be voided if you make any changes to the factory lighting. So no worries about that. It has its own light switch or own switch to power it. You run the power to your battery and no issues there. As far as the size of each light, they are going to be all the same. It's about 5 3/4 inches long by about 2 7/8 inches wide, and then about I'd say about 1.5 inches, maybe 1 3/8 inches tall. So that's going to do it for our look at the Pacer Performance High 5 Truck Cab Light Kit. If you want to look at that LED kit, that's also available here at etrailer.com. Part number for that will be PP20-221S. And these are also available in amber and clear lenses as well. And you can, again, check those out right here at etrailer.com. Thanks for watching.